Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You can probably tell I'm in the car, I'm driving, so we're going to be doing a drive time video today. It will be like a chit chat with you guys as I drive. I have a 3-hour journey that I probably just started like 30 minutes ago, so I'm like, the kids are sleeping. I have a 3-hour drive. What better way to get content out? Like, as opposed to just sitting out here bored out of my mind, I might as well just, have a little chat with my fam. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing this video talking about female friendships. Guys, disclaimer: this is not a female friendship bashing video by any stretch. Please don't take this all personal. This is my opinion. I would really love to hear what you guys think in the comment section. If you don't agree, if you disagree, please share your thoughts. But yeah, this is my opinion about female friendship. So let's get into the video. Yeah, so where do I start this video? Let me see. Growing up, I would definitely say, like, obviously when I became like of age to start having friends and making friends of my own, I'm one of those people that made friends easily just because I like to believe I'm a friendly person. I'm an extrovert, obviously, you can probably tell. But I did have a lot of friends. Actually, I used to get into a lot of trouble with my parents because they didn't understand why I had so many friends. Like, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I did have a lot of girlfriends, obviously, growing up, and I wouldn't even say I had like guys that were. I don't even think I knew guys at that point that were my. So I wouldn't. Obviously, in secondary school, I didn't have guy friends. So I mostly had female friends, and I kept, cliques and and all whatnot. Anyway, so the older I got, obviously, the less friends I had, and as we go through this video, you would understand why. But I've always wondered, why is it that female friendships seem to be very difficult to maintain? Like, I think like my husband and his friends just have less pressured friendships. I just feel like we females, like, we have our expectations for ourselves when it comes to friendship is intense, and sometimes as a woman it's a little bit difficult to meet those expectations, and then we get our hearts broken, and then we fight, and then we quarrel, and then we get emotionally spent. It's just all that mess. So I just think that there are a lot of reasons why female friendships are particularly difficult, and one of it is that there's too much pressure. There's too much pressure for you too. So like, let me say I think one of the ones that really burst my head that I don't understand, and I mean, okay, I shouldn't say I don't understand. I do understand it, but I don't necessarily agree with it, is I'm friends with Jessica, for example. I'm just going to use random names, right? I'm friends with someone called Jessica, and Jessica is also friends with Natalie, and for some reason Jessica and Natalie fell out. And I'm still cool with Jessica, right? Like, I'm fine, and I have nothing to do with their fallout, like absolutely nothing. Why is it that I'm expected to start talking to Natalie because now Jessica and I are cool and Natalie and Jessica are not cool anymore? Why? Like, why do I have to base my friendship on what someone else has gone through with the person? Like, it's one of those things I can never understand. Like, I as an adult should be able to maintain friendships with people that I choose. Like, we choose our friends, and growing up, I didn't really understand it. So anytime any of my friends would fall out with someone, I would have to not be friends with the person anymore. I would have to now take sides, and it was just always an uncomfortable place to be. When I got older, I stopped doing that. Like, I get it, I'm not going to discuss your business with this person, but I don't necessarily have to stop talking to the person. Like, I don't see any reason why I have to stop talking to this person because you guys fell out. That's one. All that pressure of taking sides or, having to end friendship because you fell out because they fell out is just something that I don't get, I don't agree, and I don't ever see it happening with guys, because I know, like, I will always use my husband because obviously he's the closest male to me. Like, he's friends, guys. Well, I don't even think guys are that deep, first of all. Like, I don't think their fights are ever that deep, honestly, especially if it doesn't involve like sleeping with each other's partner or whatever. But it's never that deep. So I can't even imagine a situation where my husband's two friends fall out, and then he has to, like, his brain, I can tell you, is not even wired that way. He's not thinking that. He's like, oh yeah, they will sort themselves out, like, and the other people maintain their relationship. Why can't we just be like that? We just have this pressure because it gets to the point where, because you fell out with this person, I have to now not be friends with this person, and then the whole friendship circle is like messed up. That's just the number one unnecessary that I cannot stand. The second thing is, like, we are our own worst enemy. What do I mean by this? This is something that really gets me. Also, why is it impossible for certain people to be happy for their friends? Like, I know that women are naturally competitive by nature, and men are also competitive by nature, I think. But I feel like women in particular are just like, we always want what each other has, even if, you know, we don't do what it takes to have what they have, if that even makes any sense. So when you have a friendship that is riddled with jealousy, there's just no way it's going to work. There is no way that is even friendship to begin with. Let's even just call it spade a spade. There is no way that is friendship. If my friends are jealous of what I do, or jealous of my family, or jealous of my business, or jealous of anything, then we shouldn't even be in a position where we're calling ourselves friends. Like, I think we're wasting our time. We're actually legit lying to ourselves. Like, that is such a dishonest friendship and a complete and utter waste of time. I didn't realize this, obviously, and the older you get, that's when you start to put two and two together, that a lot of these things don't have to be this way. We don't have to be. We can be happy, genuinely happy for each other. We can be happy for each other's progress. We can celebrate together. We can cry together. And to me, that's what friendship is all about. I did have quite a few people in my circle that I felt like, if push comes to shove, or even if push didn't come to shove, they just were not happy for me. They were not happy for my advancement, even though I was really, like, I'm always rooting for people, like, hey, let's go, let's do it. But, like, they're just not happy for me. Like, why is Onyo always doing too much? Oh, why do you have to do? Oh, why do you think you're perfect? Why do you think I think I'm perfect? That's why are you even thinking about my perfection is the main question. Like, when I hear certain comments come from mouths of women, and I just, like, I feel like, do we really understand what friendship means, or are we just throwing out it because it's a cool thing to do? That again is just something that I can't wrap my hands around. And the older I got, the more obviously I got rid of people like that in my circle, or even like distant circle. Like, I just don't want to deal with any level of jealousy in my friendship circle. I cannot deal. Done, cancelled, moving on. But the other one I would say right now is, I feel like, and I think this probably applies to both male and female. I think that, I'm trying not to lose light, guys. It's getting a little bit, it's about 6 p.m. right now, so I hope I don't lose light before I finish this video. But the third point that I wanted to talk about is, we definitely, women, and maybe men alike, have friendship for friends with benefit, or friendship for what we're going to get out of it, or friendship for what it appears to be for us, or friendship for, that's my rosary, or friendship for what is in it for me. What do I mean by this? Okay, I would say I went to Pure Power back in Lagos, Nigeria, and I think we all had cliques. I'm not ashamed to say that I was in a clique or two, but there are certain friendships that I feel then in school that we only maintained because this person seemed to fit the bill. This person seemed to fit the package of someone I should call friends. Yes, obviously, every friendship you want to get something out of. If there's a lot of emptiness in you, you and I cannot be friends. It's just who I am. And I don't want to be in a situation where I'm having empty talk and empty conversation. So that to me is a basis for me to say someone is even my friend. Like, if you're not giving me substance, you're not my friend. Like, you can be an acquaintance, but you are definitely not my friend. So I feel like in school we didn't, and maybe we're so young. When we were young and we're more like, who had the, who brought the most proficiency to school, or just even as little as who traveled during summer, things like that. Like, and I felt like I was caught in a situation or in a position where I had some friends that really, if I didn't check some boxes, would not be my friend. And I'm like, the more I think about, like, why do we even have to maintain certain relationships? I think guys are also like that. Everybody has, guys might even think their own, maybe, okay, this guy can hook me up with this contract, or this guy, they will have friends for specific reasons, or this guy is a guy I hang and do drinks with, or something like that. But I just think that the whole thing of having cliques and I'm only accepted because I fit certain bill is not something that really gels well with me. So those are the kind of friendship I started to cut off when obviously I became older. I'm not gonna deal with a little kind of friendship where it's like I'm only friends with you because she travels Christmas, and I mean it's just so superficial. Like it's almost like, how are we even entertaining this? I'll give you guys a true story, and I don't really know if I should be doing this, but I would say, I had talked about how if my friend falls out with somebody, I don't necessarily feel the need to fall out with that person. But there was only one case I ever did that. And I'm not going to call any names, but I had a friend who had a big fallout with, so we were a circle of friends. And she had a big fallout with with three of us. And then she had a big fallout with one of our friends. And what happened was that, if you do things that I begin to question your character, like if your character becomes questionable to me, I don't care. Like it is my right to end that friendship, not because my friend has stopped talking to you, but because I am not cool. Like if something is not, if I'm not fine with who you are or what you represent, you would not see me in the same space with you. And for the longest time, I had a very sometimes I do cry more than the breathe. Like, yes, I do that. Yes, but it's not for my own. It's more so it's like, if you can do this to this person, like God, like, and I know how much this person cared for you, then you and I should not even be talking about friendship. And it happened one time we were all together, and this thing has to do with man and all whatnot. But long story short, I don't want to go into details because it's not really my story to tell. But what happened was, it just got to the point where it's a serious case of blackmail. You trusted a friend, and you're hanging with your friend, for example, and you're in your friend's, you're spending the night with your friend in her house, and then you take her phone and get information that is really not the business of the public, right? And you find ways, you go through means to leak that to the public in disguise. And while doing this, you're still friends with that person. There is no way in the world I can even fathom that level of blackmail and that level of just deceit. If there's something I can't stand, is deceit. I might lie about stuff. I'm not an angel, but I would not intentionally deceive or for my own personal gain. Like that to me is like when you take it from the level of you're actually not a nice person. So that is, I would say, is the only time where, yes, I've fallen out with a friend because she fell out with one of my best friends. Because I questioned your character. Because I'm like, if you can do this to somebody, then you are just not someone that I need to be messing with. Like I cannot be effing with someone like that has this level of this kind of mindset. So that's about the only time that I've done something like that. But yeah, I just, what are your thoughts? I just feel like there guys make friendship a little bit easier for themselves. I don't think that, guys give themselves ultimatums. I don't think that guys, make you do or die friendship. Like I feel like guys, like if they realize that they're in a place, and this is what I see with my husband and his friends, like if they realize they're in a place where they're kind of growing apart, they grow apart peacefully. They don't grow apart grudgingly. They don't grow apart with hate. They just grow apart. And when they see, they still act like they're cool. But I feel like we girls is like, there's no middle ground. It's like, I either love you or I hate you. Why is there so much, like, why does friendship have to be so tense? Why? It's like, it takes the life out of friendship. And that's one thing I just like, growing up, like, I have few people that I do connect with. Like, right now, I would even be better off making friends with strangers. I have people that I've known for about 20 years that some of them, I would call an acquaintance, but there are certain people, maybe I would even say 5 or 6 people that I'm super close to that I would know if things are going down with me, they would know. Like, I would know stuff about them. But, and we might not even talk every day. A lot of them are not even in the same country as I am, but we still maintain that friendship, that trust, that love, that commitment to each other. And that really is what friendship is about and should be about. It should never be about, if it should never be about what I can get from this person. If I'm living in a different country, you're living in a different country, we don't talk every day, we don't even talk every week, but once in a while with our WhatsApp, we check on each other. We're really not gaining anything from each other, but we do appreciate our friendship. That to me is hardcore solid friendship. Because when push comes to shove, when it comes to, and let me talk about this thing with this person, those are the kind of people I can reach out to. Not the ones that feel the need to be on my neck, like, you did not call me yesterday, but I've called you, like, don't, like, oh, I just feel something, guys. Like, I've called you 5 times, you didn't pick up your phone, like, why are you not, like, are you too busy for me? Like, do not put pressure on me. Like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like pressure. I don't like questioning. I don't like feeling like, oh my God, let me return her text now. Even though, like, I'm in the middle of something, I can't really return this text. I don't want her to start thinking I didn't return because I don't want to talk to her. Like, if friendship comes with pressure, if friendship comes with like too much thinking and too much like, let me behave in a certain way, or let me not do this, or like, then I don't want it. And I will talk about another one. I think I'll make this my last point. When I moved back to Nigeria initially, a couple of years ago, I had a friend that I moved back with. Long story short, we got really close. And what I've realized for me is that whenever I get really close to someone quickly, it never really works out. I feel like my best friendships, there've been off moments where I've gone close to someone so quickly and it made sense. But I've realized that my friendship have to build over time, because I have to get myself to the point where I feel very comfortable with you. I can't just be like your friends because we're friends, or because you're friends with my friend does not mean I need to be friends with you. No, because friendship is something I take very seriously and I value. So this particular person, we moved back, and if you talk about friendship being work or exhausting, or like worse than you are in an abusive relationship, that's what I felt with that friendship. It was like I couldn't even say something like, oh, what should I wear to go out? Maybe you shouldn't wear this one. What do you mean by that? Are you trying to say the color won't be nice on me? Girl, like, all I said is maybe you shouldn't wear this one. Maybe you should wear that one. Why do you have to read meaning? Why do you have to read another meaning into that? Or like, I already mentioned this one, but I sent you a text last night, and you didn't reply me till this morning. Like, seriously. Like, yes, I didn't reply. Maybe I was busy. Maybe I, how you think you read a text and you didn't. Or maybe it's just an oversight. Couldn't it be anything else other than the fact that I didn't want to respond to you? Like, don't do it. And that's what that friendship felt like to me. It just felt like there was so much pressure to be right. There was so much pressure not to say the wrong things. And if I have to walk around eggshells with a friend, then I'm not your friend. That to me is like a friendship killer. Like, if I need to watch what I say, there are sometimes I lack filter. There are some things that I say that oopsie, like I have oopsie moments, right? And it's okay. Like, it should never, if you don't think of me in a certain way, like you don't have a very good understanding of me and things that I can say, and or have a good understanding of the fact that I don't mean to be hurtful, then you don't need to be friends with me. Because what will happen is, at any point I say something, or like I'm freestyling, because my mouth runs like tap sometimes, and I say something, you're going to sit down and think, and A plus A will be 1, 2 plus 2 will be 22, and you will just be giving yourself migraine and thinking this girl is a B. When, in all honesty, I just had a conversation that you could have just called me out on. So that's really my own thing about friendship and all what. And I don't want to make this video that long, but I just wanted to kind of talk about it, because, like, girls, I do not like pressure. My life is already pressured. I got 2 kids. I got a full-time job. I got businesses to run. I do not need anybody. My husband doesn't even put me under pressure. So why? Why should anybody in the name of friendship put me under pressure? Please, why? Especially when you're not paying. Is this friendship paid? Like, I don't get it. So anyways, that's kind of my little rant for the Sunday drive. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, don't take any offense to it. There's really nothing in it. It's just trying to see what you guys feel. Like, do you have high expectations of your friend? Do you put them under pressure to be a certain type of way? Or do you take offense every time they say something that, kind of rubs you the wrong way without thinking it through? Or maybe they had an off moment and they made a statement. I really want to see what you guys think. Comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. Really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. I'm going to apologize, guys. I know that I said I was going to release the video of why my proposal almost didn't happen. Guys, I just needed a break. Like, we're doing a drive time. Why not give them a little chat? So I will release that video. I haven't forgotten. I just wanted to remind you guys, I have not forgotten. It will come. So just stay tuned and keep watching. Thank you so much once again. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Come on. Help your girl out. Help me out. subscribe to my channel. There's so many things coming up, so many things I'm doing. Like, I can't share right now, but there's so much. Just stay tuned and stay safe, guys. Thank you so much. Till next time, catch you at the spot.